Hello, my name is Gustavo Gonzalez and I am part of the EFDT team for the fall semester. In this video I will be showing you how to use or the user guide for the developer. How are you going to be working with the current code that we have, and are some of the things you might be using, or how you can test it, how you compile, open it with the meta editor. So here is the meta editor. Here is where you will be developing most of the code. In the repository there is also a file which includes all the necessary configuration if you want to use it using with VS Code. There is a compile file which will compile your code using the meta editor and will open the meta quotes. But for this example I will be using the meta editor, where you have the code for the expert advisor. Here we can see the code for the resistance and support lines, and that's every indicator is added here. This code was generated automatically using the MQL or meta editor expert advisor generator, which automatically generates a expert advisor based on the parameters you give it to it. So here I'm gonna make an example expert advisor. This I'm gonna leave it as default. You can add different indicators. So for this one is going to be I'm gonna add the ones for the Gordon strategy, which is the Bollinger Bands, is the MACD, signals of oscillator MACD, and here you can also change the input values if you want to. And I'm also going to add the RSI, and that here we have different trailing stops, and here's where you can find the best suitable trailing stop for the expert advisor. We did not have time to fully implement it. We have tested some of the trailing stops, so that is something that needs to be done to add a trailing stop, the trailing stop functionality to the expert advisor. Right now I'm not going to use trailing stop. And also here we were using fixed rate volume, so I will leave it as default, and that will generate an expert advisor with all the signals and all the functionality for the expert advisor. You can compile it, and to test it we use the MetaTrader 5. Here we are going to find our expert advisor EXPL, and if I test it, here I can select the symbol pair. I'm using British pounds and US dollars. Our time frame, I'll set it to 15 minutes. The date, we can select what dates we want to test on. Maybe we have a specific date we want to test it on, so we can set it there to whatever dates we want. The type of testing, for testing, we can have delays to simulate real world trading environments. I'm going to set it to zero latency. Here you can have your leverage and your initial deposit. You can change the value on US dollars or a different currency. The visual mode allows us to open a new window which will show all the history of the trades, what trades are being opened, which ones we won, which ones we lost on. So here the stop loss threshold was reached, so we closed that position using the stop loss, and these two we to profit. So it also shows the order of the positions, and what was opened and closed at what time. And on the journal, this is sort of your debugging or print terminal. So if you want to print something to a terminal, it will print here, and this is helpful when you are debugging some code. If you want to print some value, you want to see it, you can print it, and it will print here in the journal. And it will also print a timestamp of the current time and at the time that it happened, relatively to the timeline of the chart. And here it will show us our equity, our balance, and it will show if we have made any profits or not. But here in that's a window that opens when you start a test. On the next tab, we have the inputs, where it has all the inputs for the different indicators, and here you can change all the values to find the most suitable ones. We have included the ones that we found the most profitable in the documentation, so you might want to take a look at the documentation to find the parameters that we have found to be most profitable for all the 3 signals. On the back test, it will show you a very detailed view of all the trades that were made, all the percentage of the trades that were opened, which ones we won, which ones we didn't, we lost. It will show graphs on which days we were more profitable. So on this tab on the back test one, you have a lot of data that can help you analyze it, analyze how your expert advisor is working, and where things, what things you can improve. The graph here shows the profit range, or and how it changes over time. So here we started around $50,000. We reached a high, then we lost, and then we gained, and at the end we finished around $50,000. So here we can see that we lost a lot of our profit on this time frame from 12/9 to the 10th. So that's in a day we lost around $1,000. So there we can see that we can go back to that date and see what happened, and if there's something we can improve on one of the signals to decrease the amount of money that we lose. The agents don't show anything important, and the journal shows the same as the other one. It shows a timeline of what positions are being opened and what is happening in your computer when this test is running. Also, if you set it here, disable or uncheck this box, it will print everything on the journals page. That's how you test the expert advisor. We have 3 signals. We have the Bollingers. We also have the MACD and the RSI. So those are and this is well labeled on the signals are included under the MQL folder, which is the root folder for the GitHub. Then we have include. We have expert, which is what we're developing in Expert Advisor, and then under that we have our signals, effort, and the EFDT team. So here we have the Gordon Bollingers. The summer created a Gordon close positions we did not use. We did not have time to implement it. So you can take a look at there to see if there's something that can help you implement it. And also here we have the signals that we're using, the MACD and the RSI. The RSI is a simple signal which does not have. It's based off the standard library, which is included with the MetaTrader. We just added 2 custom patterns, and the MACD is similar. We added 2 custom patterns to fit our requirements for the Gordon strategy, and the Bollinger Bands is based off the standard library CI bands, but it's also customized to fit our requirements. So those are the files that you will be modifying, or maybe if you need to create more files, it's inside the EFDT team. Once you modify one of the signal files, you have to recompile the Expert Advisor in order for the MetaTrader to detect all the changes. Otherwise, it would not apply your changes until you recompile the file. So this was a short demo on how to work with the MetaTrader, Meta Editor, and the strategy tester used to develop the Expert Advisor for the EFDT team. Thank you.